Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Deborah and this is Silver Violet Flame. This is going to be an energy reading on the case of Sandra Birchmore. She was unalived in 2021. Former police officer accused of abusing and fatally strangling the pregnant 23-year-old was finally arrested and charged with her murder. So it has opened up this whole can of worms. She is from Massachusetts, which is where the famous Karen Reid trial has been taking place, and allegedly this is the information in this case is behind the unaliving of John O'Keefe. So there is a lot of interest in it, and I know a lot of you will be following it. Came to my attention this morning and I just felt the pull to come in here and do an initial dive on it and see what we come up with. So Matthew Farlow is a 38-year-old. He has a twin brother as well, and there is a friend also. There's three of them that seem to be in the mix here. A man called Robert Devaney. So Matthew Farlow, he was convicted and obviously no longer works for the police force. His twin brother, who also was a police officer, resigned, and this guy Robert Devaney, he has resigned also. So we're going to look a wee bit further into it, and as I say, the parents fought hard, maintaining that under no circumstances would she have unalived herself. So there's a lot of controversy around that, and that's what enabled this case to be reopened again after 3 years. So the question we all want to know is, I want to know is this the case, that goes behind the unaliving of John O'Keefe, the fact that he had information in regards to Matthew Farlow? Can you tell us that, please? Cards, just as many cards will come out. Is that fair to say that this is the information that John O'Keefe had that led to his unaliving? Communication about a love triangle. Let's see if we can get some more. Blackmail paid off. Deep state. So are you telling me that there was corruption in regards to a cover-up for Matthew Farlow? There's the male figure. What else can you tell me in regards to my question, please? Was there a lot of cover-up in regards to this information that Matthew Farlow was involved with perversion? That's what he was doing. We'll talk more about that later. She was only 12 when he met her. She went to the police academy place where young children can go and learn about how the police force works, and apparently he took her under his wing and started communicating with her privately, and it went on from there. So let's just take it step by step. I think we've got quite a few good cards there in regards to everything involved in this case. A lot of perversion in this case, a lot of perversion. I have details there from some footage that I had been watching earlier. It's really quite sick. What effect will this case have on the prosecution of Karen Reid? Secret government program. Could I have 4 more cards, please? We have quite a few that come out. We have grandparent elder. So that's a caregiver. We have fear. We have the death card. I'm putting them underneath these ones that I pulled in regards to Matthew Farlow. We have alive, which is sticking out of the deck there. One more, please. One more card, please. Strategy. Okay. It's just going to come through the cards here, and the bottom of the deck is law enforcement, top secret, outside, out in the open. It's all coming out now. It's a gift like this has been handed to them. Very interesting cards at the bottom of the deck there. I was just drawn over to see what was there. So the first cards pulled in regards to Matthew Farlow were, and you know, the impact that it was going to have on the Karen Reid case, and what, you know, generally what was involved in the case. We have communication, and the card that I just pulled, the cards that I pulled underneath will line up, you know, with each card. I have secret government program. So this was all kept in secret in regards to the Karen Reid case. I think a lot of us have come to that conclusion. Blackmail paid off, grandparent elder. That makes me think of the I forget his name now, the high up police officer that John was visiting his house off that night, where he was outside in the snow. It's kind of left, but that's where that takes me. Fear, deep state. So I'm just feeling a lot of fear here. I'm thinking of John O'Keefe when I'm looking at that card, and the deep state is the deep connection. How far this went as far as corruption is concerned within law enforcement. The male and the death. Well, that makes me think John O'Keefe as well. The perversion and alive. That makes me think Matthew Farlow, and well, he's the one that's alive. He's the one that's still standing. And the love triangle and the strategy, if I could speak, that went into it. He was married. He had 3 children, I believe, as well. And his 3rd child was due actually like hours up until the date of the unaliving happened. Okay. Where do we go from here? So it has come out that all allegedly, no facts, just my opinion, that his twin brother was exchanging images with Sarah Birchmore as well, along with this other officer, Devaney. Let's just break the deck here and see where we go with that. Surveillance, well, there's the sharing the images. Let's just go again. Affair, cheating, and one more break. This deck is so thick. Oh, what have we got? Propaganda, fake news. Well, that takes me back to the John O'Keefe and all the controversy around that. Okay. Chief Police Officer Donna McNamara has stated, and I quote, "The allegations against the suspect, a former Stoughton police officer, represent the single worst act of not just professional misconduct, but indeed human indecency that I have observed in a nearly 3-decade career in law enforcement." In 2010, at the age of 12 years, Sarah Birchmore applied for a Police Explorers program. Matthew Farlow groomed her, allegedly, and contacted her online and on Facebook as soon as he met her on the course. He committed statutory rape when, at this time, he was a young officer, and she was only 15 years old. At the time, he was 27 years old, I believe. He continued to have a sexual relationship with Sandra Birchmore for 8 years until her final unaliving. And apparently this was all done on law enforcement's time as well, most of the time. So what I would like to ask is, and I think I'll use my tarot for this, here's this deck, is how could this have gone under the radar for so long in law enforcement? How could this have gone so far under the radar? You're telling me it's not. It was illuminated with that sun there. And it had been going on for a long time with that 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Where do we go from here? I'll go into a bit about the actual grooming. He stalked her, and then he tracked her location and engaged in sexual violence. He did I'll use this deck for this. He did the daddy's good girl thing and punished her and emerged in role play, which was really SA. But of course, you know, she was underage, was just a child. He said in the text messages, he wishes she was younger. Going to go down the rabbit hole with this. He even got her to role play that he was her big brother and that they were committing incestual acts. So this is just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. And they're telling me there will be justice. You know, will this case be brought to, will there be a trial? Will there be a trial for this case? I know federal law, will need there be a fight. He's gonna put up a fight. Tell me more. Propaganda, fake news. Yeah, he's gonna say that a lot of this is allegedly, but apparently a lot of these text messages are available. I listened to, is it Grizzly Bear? She's very good. Earlier, and she has a lot of the information. There's some cards that come out which might help us. We have underground. We have a stranger, and we have weapon. Being protected. Okay. And he obviously was being someone to her that she thought he was someone who really supported her. Did she know that he was married early on? Have timeline issues and change of plans. I'm hearing that she found out quite a while into the relationship that he was married and that he had children. There's a life insurance card at the bottom. So the state have still not charged him because if it goes to trial, it might not be streamed apparently because it's a federal case. So I'd like to know if it's going to be streamed. Is it going to be streamed? Will they stream this? Science experiment. They might make an example of this. That's what I'm feeling from that. Nothing set in stone is what I'm hearing as well. I need to look into his wife now. Show me his wife. Take out those tarot cards that come out initially there. Matthew Farlow's wife. Show me her energy, please. Was she aware that he was a dodgy character, and she aware that he was up to something nefarious? Show me her energy in regards to this, please. Give me 5 cards. We have the 9 of Cups. That's the wish fulfillment card. We have the 5 of Pentacles, feeling out in the cold. The Page of Swords. Very young energy. It's a card of the student. It's a card of spying as well. I need 2 more cards, please, for the wife. We have the 6 of Swords, which is moving on from something that hasn't been successful, taking your lessons with you. 1 more card, please. And the card of sadness and regret, the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. This is him. Okay. Just give me a wee minute and I'll just have a wee study of these. Well, she obviously wasn't happy about her life. she wanted to move on because she just felt shut off in the relationship, and she had been spying on him and looking into things in regard to his absence. Give me a couple of cards to clarify, please, the whole deck. Two of Wands. Yeah, she knew there was a third party. That's the card of third party, the Three of Cups. And she made the decision. She knew he was sneaking about. There's a sneaky card, the Seven of Swords. Did she bring this up with him? Were there arguments? Did she bring this up with him? Just trying to get a picture of what his family life was like. Did she ever bring this up with him? One more card, please. No. She didn't. She just tried to maintain balance. And she kept one toe in, one toe out. She was hoping and praying that, you know, everything was okay. But the feeling I'm getting, the mother giving me is, no, she had her suspicions, but she just went on with her life. Because she was pregnant with her third child when this happened. In fact, she was hours away from giving birth when the unaliving happened. So we're going to look at, I think what I would like to look at now is Matthew Farwell's childhood, because with so much perversion, I mean, it's gross, guys, look online. What he asked that little girl to do, and how violent he was and everything. I just don't want to even talk about it. In fact, that's why my throat is closing over. So I thought what it would be I'm never like this. What I thought I would do is look into his childhood. See, was there any abuse? Because for someone to be so perverted and to prey on a young girl like that for such a long time, I mean, for 8 years this went on, grooming her. It's just beyond me. So I'm just going to have a look in and see what his childhood is like. Give me 5 cards on his childhood, please. His mother has come out. Very dark energy around her. 3 more cards, please. There's the relationship between the mother and him. 2 more cards, please. One more card, please. Giving us more than one. Mother and son. A need for him to move on swiftly from something that nearly killed him, something that really, with that 10 of Swords there, that absolutely floored him. There's the card of the child, the son. He was always trying to find balance and choose a way to leave the home. There was a lot of allegedly, my opinion, not fact. Perversion. Abuse in the childhood. Was that Ace of Wands there? It's the card of the male sex organ. Okay. A lot of overwhelmment. Okay, can I have confirmation of my thoughts, please, about that? Confirmation of the abuse. Have confirmation of the abuse, please. Rival, competition. Okay, tell me more. Surveillance, being watched. Boxing gloves on that card. Tell me more. Red flag. Two more cards, please, in regards to possible abuse. Self-sabotage. And one more card, please. Aliens. Just get a weird feeling of all this. Optical illusion. A lot of narcissism. A lot of fighting. A lot of restriction. A lot of weirdness. Give me a card, please, for that Two of Cups, which is the relationship with his mother. Give me a card, please, for that Two of Cups, which is the relationship of Matthew Farlow. The relationship he had with his mother. Please clarify that, please. Clarify that Two of Cups. We have a male figure now, which is his father. The Hierophant is about the marriage. Why show me the King of Wands? Why show me the King of Wands? The World, the card of travel. Another card for that World, please. Jumped out. The Magician. In this case, the Magician is about what you don't see. These are major arcana cards. There's 3 major arcana cards here. He just wanted to move on and get out of that home. Give me a card for that relationship. Fraud, cybercrime. Things weren't as they seemed. What else can you tell me? With the mother. Why the Magician? Tell me about that Magician. Runaway escape. He just wanted to get away. Okay, so not a happy household. A lot of, I'm just feeling a bit of perversion going on. Especially with getting that perversion card that came out, you know, when I first was reading on him. And then with getting that Ace of Wands, you know, the male sex organ. I just get there was a lot of perversion in his background, allegedly, in my opinion, not facts. Just trying to build up a picture here of the character, you know, Why did it take so long? We'll just leave those cards out. I want to know why it took so long for the for this case to be brought to trial. Because apparently someone came to the police and gave information that he had been having this relationship with Sandra Birchmore, and that's what opened this all up again. So I want to know why this took so long. Why did this take so long for this man to be arrested? Work, a community and work. Tell me more. Why did this take so long? Top secret. Are you telling me that there was corruption and small groups of individuals that are all connected in law enforcement that had knowledge of what was going on? Freedom. Why freedom? Lies. There's a lot of lies. And they wanted to cover up for their colleague. Tell me more. Tell me more about the lies. Mind control. Obey. It says in that card. Are you telling me that a lot of quite high up, affluent people in law enforcement knew about what was happening with this case? Government, quite high up, yeah, definitely. Was there more people than Matthew Farlow having a relationship with this young girl? There's money involved. What else can you tell me? Was there more people involved? Secret trip and inside. Two cards. Party, celebration and drugs, poison. I'll go back to my tarot. Was this talked about in gatherings where recreational drugs were taken amongst high up affluent people in the force? The truth, Ace of Swords, the truth. That card just came out really weirdly there, like it really had to come out. Card of the gift is at the bottom of the deck. And the High Priestess, the truth. Are you telling me that this young girl, Sarah Birchmore, was treated like a gift to be passed around this community, this small group of individuals that are all connected? Is that what you're telling me? card of regret and sadness. 6 of Cups. What else? Are you telling me that Sarah Birchmore was passed around for a long time? Yes, with that Knight of Pentacles. Until her final ending at the bottom of the deck. Do you want to get a Whispers card or two for that theory? Yes. Not get any clearer than that. The card to come out with it was Marriage, Wedding, Ceremony. I'm drawn to evil, demonic people quite high up with that Royal card. This is really going down the rabbit hole. This is going to be huge, guys. This is going to really, really cause a lot of law enforcement officers resigning from the case, is what I'm hearing. Let's just get confirmation of that for you. I like you to get the confirmation through the cards, because, you know, they'll be looking after their pensions, and you know, they'll resign before they'll be summoned, you know, to give evidence. So you telling me that this is what that card half wanted to come out, but not quite. Are you telling me that this is what this card definitely wants to come out? Digital, angels, ancestors, and crossroads, friends. 3 people. That's the 3 people that I mentioned. Matthew Farlow, his brother William Farlow, or Farwell, is it? Excuse me, Farwell, and the 3rd person, Robert Devaney, allegedly. I feel that's the 3 people. You know, they'll come to this crossroads and they'll decide, look, we need to look after each other. We need to call upon everything and get ourselves out of this. Is that fair to say? Because they can't do anything about it. Kidnapped, hands tied. Follow the money, dead on. Absolutely right. Now I know both these men, William Farwell and Robert Devaney, they resigned from the force as well. But I feel there will be more that will resign, because this is big. This case is big. And that's what is going to cause a lot of struggle. Occult, there's a group involved in this. It's going to open a whole can of worms. Private property. Keep out. Well, it was kept a secret for 3 years, so it shows you how deep it had gone, you know. Why did the autopsy report not show more? That's the secret weapon. That would be like the judgment call. It must be going to show up more stuff. Was there a cover-up within the autopsy? With the autopsy, was there evidence that was not brought forward? Law enforcement. Another card to go with that, please. Saya. Hidden information going back and forward without people knowing. Solved. Huge, an absolutely huge case. Prayers go out to this her girl and her family, to the Birchmores. Thank goodness they came forward and got this all to come out, and let's hope that justice will happen, and that whomever down the line will be prosecuted now that the federals are on the case. It feels really, really deep. I felt the difference, you know, when I was pulling the cards there. The cards were like really heavy and sticky, and they weren't straightforward. You know, when you're doing tarot and true crime and stuff like that, you know, everything is a message. And, you know, the huge message to me there was, there's so much in this. There's so many directions to take. It's heavy, dirty, a lot of plot twists, a lot of avenues that will be going down, a lot of ducking and diving, stuff that we could never even have imagined. Alleged, my opinion, not facts, will come out in this case. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to sit down and in a day or two and do some meditating and see where to go and do some kind of a structured reading on this and the energies of all the people, and see what we can go down the rabbit hole and find, and then we can observe as it all unfolds. So thank you so much, everybody, for all your support. Please like and subscribe if you like my work. I'm trying to get up to the 1,000 subscribers. I've just been doing this a couple of months, and I'm absolutely delighted with all your support. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.